Hello, hello, and welcome, change makers. I am Cheyenne Kramer, and I am so excited to have another edition of Celebrating Change Makers here. We are pulling together some awesome people here every day, and today is no different. So we are so excited to bring Adrian Armstrong to the stage to tell you a little bit about what he's doing and how it has really made a difference in his life. So, Adrian, please, we're so happy to have you here. We want to hear all about it.
Thanks, Cheyenne. Nice to be here. Good to see you again.
Yes.
So yeah, I've been in the health and wellness field for over 40 years. I had a chronic bad back myself for all of my adult life. I'm 71 this month coming up, but I feel better than I've ever felt before. But yeah, about 10, 11 years ago, I discovered PEMF, pulsed electromagnetic fields.
Mm-hmm.
But prior to that, I'd been healthy. I'd been very much into water, nutritional supplements. My entire family passed away with various forms of cancer. My sister was only 52. Both my parents were kind of mid 70s, but had lots of life left in them, right? So I've done a lot of deep dives into diseases and making sure I didn't go down that same pathway, right? But
Mm.
chronic back pain was probably my main issue, and along with that came a lot of chronic fatigue as well.
Mm.
So even though I was doing supplements to give me energy, they weren't getting rid of my back pain. And then I discovered PEMF, but I was doing massage at the time. Previously, I've done massage for about 35 years. I used to teach Tai Chi. That was kind of when my back pain got bad. That was kind of my therapy that I found that worked the best was just physical movement in a Tai Chi way. And I also used to do brain balancing alignments. So a lot of experience in the health field helping other people with their aches and pains because I was trying to I think we tend to jump into the issues that we have ourselves. And because we're trying to fix them for ourselves, then we try and help other people with those same kind of issues. When I
Absolutely.
when I found the PEMF mats, that was the biggest life changer I'd ever experienced. I,
Wow.
I I had kind of got to a point where, with the alignments I was doing and also receiving, my back pain wasn't constant all the time, but it wasn't gone either. So I
Mm-hmm.
got into a car accident in 2015, and the person that normally would fix me was out of town for 3 weeks. And I
Wow.
had a friend who had one of these PEMF mats, and he said, "Hey, come on over and lay on my magic mat," he called it. So I was very crooked in pain. I went over to his house, and 20 minutes later, it was like the accident never happened.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah, I was very shocked actually. So I got one. I started putting all my massage clients on it, and they all loved it so much. Most of them bought one, and it did more for them than I could do with aligning them and giving them massages, and it just became a passion for me to share that because I'd never been able to help people at that deep a level before, and
Wow.
that's really what it's all about, is right, trying to get people and in a way where they can do it in the privacy of their own home, that they don't have to be going to the chiropractor every week or going, massages are great, they feel good, but they don't always get rid of your pain, especially not
Mm.
forever.
Mm.
And I've had no back pain for the last 11 years. I haven't been sick in 11 years. I've just never felt, it's literally reversed my aging. I can now play golf. I usually play, golf course opens up in a week. I usually play 3 times, 4 times a week. No pain at
Wow.
all. So it's been a real life changer for me, and I've helped a lot of people get and learn about PEMF and perhaps get one themselves. And the testimonials I get back from people, again, they're more than anything I've ever been able to achieve before in any other modality.
Mm. So it sounds like you're talking about more than just pain relief, though. I mean, is this something that even is like boosting the immune system?
it is. It's actually they're basically mats the size of a yoga mat that have
Okay.
6 copper coils that create a magnetic field to replicate the frequencies that we should be getting from the planet before we electrified the whole planet.
Mm,
So a lot of people are aware that their router isn't great for them and their cell phone isn't great for them, but not everybody is aware of that. And it's
right.
kind of, if I hit a tuning fork and I hold up a second one, the second one resonates with the first one, even though I didn't hit it. And our
Mm,
body is kind of like that second tuning fork. We end up resonating with the vibration of the environments we live in, which aren't healthy anymore.
mm,
And most people know they feel better in nature, but they just don't get enough of it.
mm-hmm.
So this actually charges up your cells. So it's kind of like when you take your cell phone and you put it on one of those charging plates,
Mm-hmm.
it's wirelessly, without being plugged in, it's wirelessly charging up your cell phone. It's exciting the ions in the lithium ion battery. And that's basically what the PEMF mat does. You lay on it, it excites your ions, and it actually creates real ATP in your mitochondria. So
Wow.
it's giving your body real energy. And then when your cells have the energy they need, your body knows how to heal itself.
Mm,
Most chronic diseases are like, we're electrical beings, and most people have very low cellular voltage. And
mm-hmm.
that's when your chronic diseases start to show up.
Mm,
Everybody with cancer has extremely low voltage, minus 20 millivolts and less. Healthy cells should be minus 70 millivolts. Athletes typically minus 100 millivolts because they use energy better. You know,
mm,
moving your body creates ion transport as well, and that's really, primitive people moved their bodies a lot more. They'd be walking 10 miles a day looking for food, or
yep.
we sit at home in our comfortable chairs and talk on our radioactive devices. But I put a pad in the back of my chair, so as I'm sitting here talking on my iPad, I have devices which are creating a healing energy for me. So I'm actually getting therapy instead of getting worse from sitting on my device all day.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So you said you've had a lot of clients that you did a lot of massage therapy with, and massage is a great thing. But what kinds of improvements have you seen with some of those clients with using the mat?
Um, well, it it does a lot of things instantly. Your circulation improves, your oxygenation improves. It makes you alkaline, so you wake up alkaline every day of your life.
Wow.
Um, but more on the energy. But so typically, the people who are most motivated to get one are people who have either pain of some sort, sleep issues, or some form of disease that they're trying to slow down or reverse or get rid of completely.
Mm,
So I've seen results with everything from people who were supposed to die in 4 weeks from cancer, to
woo,
MS, Parkinson's, to you name it. Tons of people with chronic pain, injury recovery, hip replacements, and it speeds up healing in the body. Probably about, you're going to heal twice as fast if you've
mm,
cut yourself or injured yourself, or I've used it when I burnt myself. And it just it just triggers healing in every cell of your body. And in addition to giving you the energy your cells need to do the work, it actually changes the resonant frequency that you're vibrating at. So everything is energy. It's all vibrating at certain frequencies. And we tend to vibrate with the environments we live in.
mhm,
But when your cells, after you lay on the mat, your cells are actually resonating at 0 to 30 hertz, which is very slow. So a hertz is 1 cycle per second. Your router is 2.4 billion cycles per second.
woo,
When your cells resonate at 0 to 30 hertz, it puts your body into a place where it can heal. And there's dozens and dozens, well, thousands of studies that show how PEMF affects healing in the body.
mm,
So nerves heal best at 2 hertz, and ligaments at 10 hertz. And so there's a lot of different frequencies in the body.
mhm,
And your body naturally is going to heal faster if everything is resonating in that 0 to 30 hertz range. So it keeps you resonating in that range for 6 to 10 hours after you've been on the mat. So if you have your own mat and you lay on it twice a day, your cells are always in a place where they're healing as opposed to going downhill, right? So, and
Wow.
that's why I think I'm, aging in reverse. Uh,
Mm,
it's been a miracle, right? So yeah,
beautiful.
it's exciting technology, and
It is.
people have never heard of it. It's been around for, our company's been around for over 20 years. Uh,
Wow.
but most people aren't even aware that it's an option, to give them better results probably than what they've been getting from other kinds of therapies.
Wow. Amazing. I know it seems like I keep running into a lot of people talking about, that mysterious thing that doctors want to call autoimmune disease. I mean, is this something that could be even helpful to folks who get put in that category?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, an autoimmune disease is your body is reacting to something and fighting against it when it shouldn't be, right? And
Mm,
again, a lot of that is because your cells don't have enough energy, and your immune system is low, so you don't have a lot of resistant strength to bacteria or viruses or different conditions. Or if you're overeating a certain food, your body becomes sensitive to it, or seasonal
mm,
allergies with pollen and things like that, right? I used to get hay fever every spring. I used to
mhm,
take pills for it from the,
mm.
the pharmacy kind of stuff. But after I started using PEMF, no allergies whatsoever. Um,
Holy cow.
but I've had phenomenal results with people with, Parkinson's and other autoimmune diseases, MS, Crohn's disease, anything where your body is battling itself. It's doing that for a reason. And when you take away the reason and you give the body and every single cell in your body the resources it needs and the energy it needs, it's life changing. And Alzheimer's as well. I've had great results with reversal of Alzheimer's, regaining
Really?
better
Woo.
mood, better interaction with people. Yeah, there's a ton of testimonials on pretty much every kind of condition there is. Tinnitus. Um, yeah, it's we're always looking for that magic pill, the one thing that can fix everything, and
Mm.
probably the biggest issue with PEMF is that it's too good to be true. But if we were living on a planet without all the electricity and without all the cell phones and the wireless, we'd all be healthier. So
Well, I know. I mean, I definitely wear a protective device, and a lot of people are just trying to stop so much of the electromagnetic chaos. So, but there's some things that can stop that, and there's other things that can bring you good energy. There's good energy, and there's not so good energy, right?
exactly, yeah, everything is energy. So it's the key to it is what's the frequency and what's the intensity, and is it healing for your body or is it harmful for your body? And unfortunately, most of what we live with these days is harmful for our body. So to have something that, some people go to clinics to do PEMF, they might go once a week, but ideally if you have one in your own home, it's like nature on steroids. You can just,
Mm.
you can be sitting watching a movie, you could be reading a book, you could be while you're working on your iPad. It's just so easy to reach over and turn it on, and it does all the work for you. So it,
Wow.
it actually increases your bone density. So
Mm.
my bone
Wow.
density last time I checked was as if I was 29 years old, and I'm, like I said, I'm 71 this
Wow.
month. So,
Wow.
so you're actually getting a lot of the benefits of exercise, even if you are just sitting on the couch. Because for
Gotcha.
a lot of people, it's those kind of changes are hard to make in their life. Go out, yeah, walk more, or go to the gym and change your diet, and a lot of the things that are suggested for better health. For a lot of people, they're hard work. Um,
Mm.
this is such an easy thing to implement in your life because once you know how to turn it on, that's all you have to do, and most people can easily lay down. So
Yes. Yes.
I have one under my mattress in my bed, so as I go to sleep at night, it comes on, and it gives you deeper sleep. It gets your brain into delta mode, so it goes down to
Nice.
very low frequencies at night. It's a 0.5 hertz, so it shuts your brain off, gets you into your parasympathetic nervous system right away all the time. So you're not. Most people are in fight or flight mode their whole life because stress doesn't go away anymore.
Mm,
So this gets you out of that mode, no
mm.
matter what time of day, so that you're not constantly stressed out. And then
Wow.
it's making you feel better. Your circulation is better. You're more relaxed, and you're in a healing mode instead of a mode where you're just getting worse and worse every day.
Wow. Wow. Amazing. Huh. Well, and I'm always curious because, again, I'm all about trying to bring a lot of change makers together to see what we can do to really create global impact. I mean, do you have a big vision for the future for where you'd like to be 5 or 10 years from now?
Well, I'd like to be reaching a lot more people. Like I said before, most people have never even heard of it, so they don't even know it's an option.
Mm-hmm.
When they're told they need a knee replacement or a hip replacement, sometimes you do, and we can do wonderful things like that. But I've saved people from having to have those operations too, from just using PEMF, and then their knee pain goes away and their hip pain goes away and things start to heal and cartilage can rebuild and even nerves can regenerate. So it's definitely worth trying before you go and get sliced open by a surgeon somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So to me, that's always a last resort. And modern medicine can do amazing things for critical care, but when it
Mm-hmm.
comes to chronic conditions, which is most of what people are dealing with, your
Yep.
diabetes, your heart conditions, your circulatory issues, PMF is a magic bullet. It really is.
Wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
for
So you.
I just want to reach more people in the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, I've got over 1,000 people probably now that have bought mats. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
that's peanuts. When you think of selling a product in the world, 1,000 of anything is really peanuts. You've got a global market. Our company is based in Switzerland, but they ship pretty well all over the world. Um,
Nice.
so it's not something that it's an investment though. It's not something that's just $10, right? So
Right. Right.
that's usually the holdback. So my other vision is to be able to get successful enough that I can help people who are struggling to be able to afford it, right? So that
Mm-hmm.
I've gifted a half a dozen mats to people over the years when business was really good, and that's who I am. I mean, I did massage for 40 years. You don't do massage trying to get wealthy.
Yeah.
You do massage because you're trying to help people, and that's still who I am at my core. I just want to help as many people as possible. So that's the vision, is to hopefully hook up with some other people who will also want to share the message, um,
Mm-hmm.
and then we can reach more people because we're in a critical health phase right now, and there's a lot of stuff happening on the planet with people trying to get rid of seed oils and get people back on healthier diets and get the dyes out of the food and get the bad ingredients out of the food.
Mm-hmm.
But and hopefully they're going to be looking at electromagnetic radiation as well, because that is an issue that affects everybody, and most people aren't even aware that it affects them. Some people
True.
are. They're very sensitive. I have friends who have to turn off the power at night to get a good night's sleep, let alone just their router. They got to turn off the electricity as well, right? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
more people are becoming autoimmune sensitive to wireless and dirty electricity. It's a huge issue and it's not going away. They keep ramping it up and putting in more cell phone towers everywhere you go.
Yep.
And it's I'm trying to not only stay as healthy as long as possible for me,
Mhm.
but I want to help other people. That's just who I am. I just want to help as many people feel better. If you can improve the quality of someone's life, there's nothing better. Those are the testimonials that I love getting when I know that someone's grateful because their life has improved.
I understand completely. So it sounds like you'd love to be able to have a team around you, perhaps some people that you even could collaborate with. I mean, are there natural collaborators or referral partner type people that are helpful to you?
Absolutely. I mean, I believe every home should have one. Um,
Hmm.
but but also the way the company is structured, when everybody that becomes a customer is also allowed to resell it. So if they do buy one and then they want to tell their friends, so ideally, I love just to help people with their health. But if someone is a coach or somebody who's helping people with their health on other levels, it's a perfect complement for that. And as much as it's helped me with my health, financially, it's been the best thing I've ever done in my whole life. Right? So
Wonderful.
and actually some of the testimonials, I was actually surprised that as much as I love, saving someone's life for cancer or their MS symptoms went away, when someone actually makes a lot of money with this because they're helping other people as well, because money is a form of energy as well. And the more value you provide, the more money will flow back in your direction. So I
Hmm.
love to find people who want to help other people as well by sharing the technology, and they can make really good money as well. So one of my what surprised me was one of my favorite moments was when I had somebody who made more money than I did, and they were able to go out and buy a new piece of property and build a house that they wanted to, instead of moving into a townhouse. That changed their whole world financially, and
Wow.
that thrilled me before, even more than saving their health, knowing that financially their life had changed, because that's a huge issue for people. As much as we want to be healthy, and even being healthy, eating good organic food and grass-fed beef or whatever your favorite diet is, and taking good supplements, that's not cheap either these days, right? So
Mm-mm.
if I can
Nope.
financially help people, then that also thrills me. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Awesome.
So
Good feeling.
anybody is a good referral partner. But I love people who also love helping other people because they're kind of like me. But
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hopefully you can take some time to check out people who are in this particular group, because I've already met some amazing people from all over the place that I had never met before. So lots of really cool folks here. So how can people get a hold of you if they'd like to reach out, learn more, or perhaps even collaborate with you in some way?
the easiest way is probably just go to my website, and that's
Mhm.
PEMF. So Peter Edward Michael Frank Solution, no S on the end, PEMFsolution.com. And there's a short video on the homepage that gives you the top benefits, but there's multiple ways on there that you can reach out to me. And I love talking to people. There's never any pressure. I want to educate people, so that, and I tried to put enough on the website. There's scientific research. There's so many testimonials on all different aspects. And I did a little slideshow that kind of explains it deeper than the 10 benefits. And there's podcast interviews on there that I've done. But yeah, just to go through, watch some videos, educate yourself, and then yeah, reach out and let's have a conversation. And I also pay referral fees. So because it's high ticket, not everybody can afford one. But if they
Mhm.
refer people to me, then I will give them a nice, generous referral fee for doing that, and that maybe will help them get their own mat, and so that they can afford one. I just want to help as many people learn about it, and hopefully try it and see what a life changer it can be, for because I know what it's done for my life. It's totally transformed my life.
That is so awesome. So awesome. Well, I am grateful that you've been able to spend a little time with us here today. Do you have any closing thought for people?
No, I nothing really. Just I I want people to be as happy and healthy as I am. You know, I know
Well,
people
good.
there's lots of other modalities that are great, but red light therapy is good. Cold. A lot of people are into the cold plunging thing. Definitely, look after your diet and your food that you're eating, and find some decent supplements if that's something that you want to do, because our food just doesn't have what we need anymore. But
Not at all.
but definitely, learn, even just for an educational process. I think that's part of what keeps me young as well, is always wanting to learn new things. So I want people to learn about PEMF so that at least they know it's an option for them.
Good deal. I agree. I think everybody should learn as much as they can about all these other things that are out here, because unfortunately, there's far too many things out here that are not necessarily listed in your health insurance benefits.
No,
And I just want people to know that there's more out here. So I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you sharing your knowledge and wisdom. And we'll see everybody again on our next interview here at Celebrating Changemakers. So thank you, Adrian.
great. Thanks, Cheyenne.